Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman has been playing a brilliant role as the Oracle of the Vision currently. The faction has dominated the entire company over the past few months, and its power is set to elevate as Seth Rollins challenges Cody Rhodes for the Crown Jewel Championship. While Seth Rollins is currently the leader of the faction, with his wife Becky Lynch also a part of the group now, Paul Heyman has been seemingly making some big changes to the storyline. The WWE Hall of Famer shocked the world when he introduced Brock Lesnar before the latter's match with John Cena at Crown Jewel, and their recent backstage interaction on SmackDown also raised some questions for fans around the world. Survivor Series is on the horizon, and the Vision is seemingly locked in for the men's War Games match. Brock Lesnar could possibly join the faction in the unforgiving match to prove his alliance with the Oracle of the faction. However, this could further enhance the storyline, and Heyman could possibly name Lesnar as the new leader of the faction. This possible twist could lead to Rollins making his way out of the faction and reuniting with his Shield brother Roman Reigns one last time to take down the faction. This potential change in leadership of the faction could make headlines all around the globe and possibly change the entire landscape of the company. A potential twist like this could end up being one of the greatest storylines in recent memory and open the doors for a number of intense feuds and matches in the future. Fans will have to wait and see what the company has in store for the story next. Paul Heyman explained Becky Lynch's addition to the Vision at WWE Clash in Paris. The main event of WWE Clash in Paris featured a massive fatal four-way match featuring Seth Rollins defending his World Heavyweight Championship. However, Rollins didn't have the Vision as a backup after Bronson Reed's clash with Roman Reigns, and the latter's attack on Paul Heyman after the match. During a recent episode of ESPN's First Take, Heyman revealed that with the champion alone during the main event, they used their Plan B and brought Becky Lynch out to help her husband retain. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch have worked brilliantly alongside each other lately, and only time will tell what WWE has in store for the stars next. Ishan writes for the WWE Vertical at Sportskeeda. While he is a finance student, Ishan is an avid pro wrestling fan, which has led him to pursue a career in sports journalism. Before joining Sportskeeda, Ishan worked for various renowned websites such as Give Me Sport and Fansided, and has nearly 3 years of experience. He relies only on credible sources like Cage Match when reporting on a topic. Ishan cross-checks his work multiple times to ensure it is factually correct. Ishan's favorite pro wrestler is Seth Rollins. He admires the Visionary's never-give-up attitude and work ethic. In fact, it was the Shield's memorable WWE debut in 2012 that got him hooked on sports entertainment in the first place. Ishan would love to interview Rollins someday. When not reporting on pro wrestling, Ishan loves to watch movies and occasionally play cricket. In professional wrestling, the concept of reunion is often the most electrifying development a promotion can deliver. Few groups in WWE history have been as influential as the Shield, a trio consisting of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose, now Jon Moxley in AEW. Their dominance during the early 2010s reshaped the company's narrative landscape, while their explosive singles careers have ensured each man remains among the most recognized names in the industry. Now, speculation is brewing over whether WWE could pull the trigger on a long-awaited Shield reunion, with one key twist: Paul Heyman's role in potentially crowning a WWE icon as the new leader of the Vision, the faction reportedly brewing as a successor to the Bloodline storyline. Could the two ideas collide, sparking a story that unites past dominance with modern creative evolution? Let's explore the layers of this possibility. Paul Heyman's power of influence. When discussing faction leadership and WWE's biggest storylines, Paul Heyman's name is impossible to ignore. His fingerprints have been all over the Bloodline saga, arguably WWE's most successful narrative in years. Heyman thrives on pairing himself with dominant forces, elevating their credibility with his silver tongue while planting seeds for long-term storytelling. If Heyman were to handpick a leader for the Vision, the rumored next-generation super stable in WWE, his choice would need to echo the same magnitude as Roman Reigns' reign as Tribal Chief. An icon in this context could mean someone with both star power and established history, perhaps a figure like Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, or even a returning legend. The notion of Heyman selecting an icon not just to lead the Vision, but also to challenge or reshape WWE's balance of power naturally leads to speculation about unfinished business with the Shield. The Shield's legacy and unfinished business. The Shield was always marketed as a brotherhood. Their dominance was less about personal accolades and more about collective superiority. Yet, their eventual implosion in 2014, spearheaded by Rollins' betrayal, remains one of WWE's most shocking heel turns. Since then, sporadic reunions have occurred, usually interrupted by injuries, departures, or creative redirection. Roman Reigns, now cemented as the head of the table, no longer needs the Shield to validate his greatness. Rollins has carved out a decorated career as the visionary WWE World Heavyweight Champion and face of RAW. Ambrose's departure to AEW complicated the reunion picture, but WWE has never fully distanced itself from the Shield's imagery. If Heyman were to orchestrate events in a way that brought Rollins and Reigns back into alignment under the vision, or even teased it, the nostalgia and intrigue would be monumental. WWE thrives on moments, and a Shield reunion under a different banner would be a seismic one. Could the Vision replace the Bloodline? One of the challenges WWE faces post-Bloodline is maintaining momentum. With Roman's part-time schedule and Solo Sikoa stepping into leadership, the company appears to be transitioning. The Vision, though still speculative, could be WWE's attempt to craft a faction that blends legacy with evolution. If Paul Heyman aligns himself with this new group, there's potential for the Vision to incorporate stars from different eras, a cross-generational stable blending veterans with rising names. A Shield reunion, even partial, could become a pillar of this faction, adding instant legitimacy and fan investment. Why a Shield reunion now makes sense? Fan demand and nostalgia. The WWE Universe has never stopped chanting for the Shield. Nostalgia pops are among the most bankable tools WWE has, and few things would generate a louder reaction than hearing Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta echo through an arena once again. Rollins and Reigns stories intertwining again. Rollins and Reigns remain WWE's top stars, often circling each other but rarely engaging in a full storyline. Aligning them again under Heyman's manipulative umbrella would create tension, drama, and fresh matchups. The Bloodline's evolution. With Solo Sikoa leading a new iteration of the Bloodline, WWE may want to present a rival faction. A reimagined Shield, tied to the Vision, could serve as that counterbalance, much like DX or Evolution once did against other dominant groups. Business momentum. WWE's current hot streak under Triple H's creative leadership thrives on surprises and callbacks. A Shield reunion storyline, especially if Heyman masterminds it, would grab mainstream attention, trending across sports and entertainment media. Potential storyline scenarios. Heyman chooses Rollins as the Vision's leader. Imagine Heyman turning his back on Solo Sikoa and instead pledging loyalty to Seth Rollins. The narrative writes itself. Rollins is already the visionary. Pairing him with Heyman could elevate him into a darker, more manipulative role. This shift might create tension with Roman Reigns, leading to a storyline where the Shield reunites under Rollins' leadership, with Heyman as the puppet master. Roman Reigns as the returning alpha. Alternatively, Heyman could orchestrate events where Roman reclaims dominance by uniting with Rollins against Solo Sikoa's bloodline. This would blur the lines between factions, creating an us versus them scenario with the Vision absorbing the Shield's identity. An iconic wildcard. What if Heyman recruits an outside legend, say Brock Lesnar, or even a shocking return like CM Punk, as the Vision's figurehead? In response, Rollins and Reigns might be forced to reunite as the Shield to protect WWE's balance. In this case, the reunion would not be permanent but storyline-driven, serving as a monumental WrestleMania-worthy angle. Challenges to the reunion. Of course, there are hurdles. Jon Moxley remains contracted to AEW, making a full three-man Shield reunion highly unlikely in the short term. WWE could acknowledge him in passing or frame a two-man Shield reunion as enough to stir nostalgia without breaking reality. Additionally, Rollins' injury history and Roman's lighter schedule could limit availability. Another challenge lies in avoiding over-reliance on nostalgia. A Shield reunion must serve a larger story rather than being a one-off pop. If tied into the Vision and Heyman's influence, WWE could achieve this balance, ensuring the reunion builds toward the company's long-term direction. The long-term impact. Should WWE go this route, the potential impact is massive. Elevating the Vision. With Heyman's storytelling prowess, attaching the Shield's legacy to the Vision could cement it as the next must-see faction in WWE. Reigniting rivalries. A Shield reunion could naturally reignite Rollins versus Reigns down the line, offering fresh twists to an already legendary rivalry. Cross-era storytelling. It would allow WWE to bridge past dominance with present stardom, creating storylines that resonate across generations of fans. Conclusion. The Shield reunion rumors are nothing new, but tying them into Paul Heyman's potential creation of the Vision adds a fascinating wrinkle. Whether Rollins becomes the chosen leader, Roman returns to unify, or an outside icon forces their hand, the narrative possibilities are endless. While logistical challenges exist, WWE's current creative climate thrives on unpredictability. If there were ever a time to bring back the Shield in some form, elevating the Vision while reigniting the spirit of one of wrestling's greatest factions, it's now. A reunion, especially under Heyman's orchestration, would not just be a nostalgia trip. It would be a storytelling masterstroke, blending legacy with future, dominance with vision.